Good day, everyone, and welcome to the new edition of the Global CXO Spotlight series on CXO TV. I'm your host, Kalpana Singhal, and today we are thrilled to have with us Dr. Imad, the Chief Executive Officer at Pilot Group. Dr. Imad, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's dive right into it. Dr. Imad, could you share your professional journey and how it led you to become the CEO of Pilot Group?
See, it has been a long journey because, nobody starts at the top. So I had to actually climb the ladder step by step, but it has taken probably 2 decades. So I started early 2000, as a system engineer, understanding the data, and my interest was always in the data. And based upon that data interest, I always pursued, even though during those days, the data was not really at the center or the core of the business, but I had interest. Because of that, I learned a lot of database technologies, data structures, data migration, and all of that. And then we have, shaped our company as well with the experience and expertise that we have in that right direction. Then I went on to, become the, product in charge for the data products and then the software products. Then, moving from that technology innovation into it and understanding the business, and have been traveling quite often because our business is based out of Middle East, Europe, Africa, and US. So with that entire exposure, we started expanding our geographies. And then, 4 years ago, I was nominated as the Chief Executive Officer, along with my other two colleagues, Mr. Gideon and Peter. So we are actually three co-CEOs running this organization. Each one has got specific objectives and focuses. And that was, in short, that was my journey.
Wow, that's fantastic. And having three CEOs is awesome. Okay.
Just to clarify on that, because of the time zone, you won't be able to actually focus in that. So other two CEOs are focusing on other time zones because that was a logical decision for us. Also a practical decision because, you need to be on your foot every day. You cannot be running an organization globally and not having those leaders around you. So that's the reason we have chosen, a time zone based, role there.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are some of the key milestones and achievements Pilot Group has accomplished under your leadership?
Several of them. First of all, when we were, I can take back maybe 10 years back. 10 years back, yes, we were a company that was doing, data harmonization and some of the data management projects and so on and so forth. But when it comes to the recognitions in the market, again, you need a lot of research to be done. And then that research need to be also brought into your products. And that's where we have been very much focused from day one, that we need a lot of research, the innovation to come into it. And with that objective, with that aspiration, we embarked on it. We brought in a lot of innovation. And Gartner, which is a research firm that has named us several times in several researches, several papers where, Pilot has been mentioned as one of the contenders for data quality, data governance. And that's actually a good thing. And then we have been also named in Magic Quadrant. We have been named as customer choice. So that was our second focus. Second focus was that we must be customer centric. If you now look at globally, Pilot tops the ranking for the customer satisfaction, and that itself is a great thing for us because having every customer satisfied, it's not a small task. So that was also some recognition. And apart from that, Infotech, another research firm that have placed our tools, our software, our practices also on top in the leading quadrant as leaders in the market, and that's also another recognition. Apart from this, there have been several other innovations that we have done, even our product as well. We developed our own framework. We developed our own, software modules, and with innovative and cutting edge technologies. And we were much way ahead of the other technology. But many people are talking about cloud now, but we have been talking about cloud for nearly a decade or so. And all our data is residing on the cloud. So these data hubs and all those concepts have been, we were the frontiers for that. And those were the recognitions for us. Not only that, even when it comes to the enterprise software data management or data governance modules, our software is topping. I mean, we are beating those companies whose revenues are much, much higher than us. But when it comes to customer satisfaction, adaptability, and when it comes to giving you that cutting edge from the functional or the technical perspective, Pilog is always topping there. One of the things that we have never looked at is that chasing money or chasing the revenues, that we have never done, because that was the reason that we have grown organically. We have not got any investments from anybody just to climb the ladder fast. We haven't done that, and we are moving slowly, but we know that this path will establish as one of the best contenders, one of the best service providers globally. And again, having multilingual software, we thought about it 10 years ago. And some of our customers, they are using multilingual software. And now many of the companies are looking at the multilingual software. So all these are various recognitions, if I may say so. And then integrations with the partners, partner products and the cloud and multi-cloud implementations and the artificial intelligence. We have our own conversational AI. Now, everybody is talking about chat GPT, everybody is talking about the other models, but we have our own model that we have scaled it down to support our solutions and our customers. So these are, quite a few significant ones. Apart from that, if I have to mention few of them, we don't, heavily market or, say it proudly, but we are working with in Middle East royal families. We are working for the royal private affairs. I mean, we are working in Middle East, and that is definitely a significant. We are working with several ministries in Middle East and putting down our supply chain management solutions, putting down data governance solutions. So again, all these things are the real recognitions for us, and this is keeping us, with a lot of motivation going forward.
Yeah, sure. So you're talking about a lot of reports and researches that, we have done along with some big research companies. So if you could highlight some of the trends in data governance and management, impacting businesses today.
See, that's actually a very, very good question. Even today, some of the organizations are not at all realizing the value of data. Yes, there have been, good transformation in the last 10 years also. But I can recall in early 2000 when I was trying to reach out to these large organizations, big, organizations with multiple enterprises, diversified enterprises. And when we wanted to look at their data, improve their data quality, nobody gave us a chance, because at that point in time, data was not at the forefront. But today, anybody is talking about AI, you need data. Without data, you cannot have AI. And anybody wants to have the business performance, business insights, business intelligence, it's the data and data management. And now I see the organizations are running towards that, and also the big consulting houses are running towards that. But we come from that era where we believed that in near future, in 10 years down the line, data is going to be crucial. And this is the time that we are witnessing, where organizations are putting their everything into getting the right data practices. And the organizations that we are working currently, I mean, big organizations, Vedanta is one of them. And then Aditya Birla Group is another one that we are working with. Adani is another one that we are working with. And there are several other organizations as well. These are the diversified organizations. They are getting huge benefit out of this data governance practices, data quality establishment. And this is actually giving them better insights, better performance for the business evaluation. And that is giving them also edge in the market. And today they are able to make the decisions by sitting in the boardrooms because of the data quality and the best data management or governance practices. If somebody has not tasted it, then they would not know the value of it. The moment you taste the value of the data, then you start investing more into it.
Yeah. So we are talking about the data governance, and we are talking about the AI. So what are your thoughts on, how basically AI with cloud convergence is actually helping the businesses, the organizations these days?
See, today, I'm talking to a lot of C-suite leaders every month. I meet them, and be it in the conferences or be it one-on-one as well, or be it in the panel discussions as well. I see that there is a race out there to achieve the AI ambitions, which I don't think is bad, but that race should tie up with the business objectives. If we are not tying up any of the AI initiatives with the business objectives, then we are going to waste a lot of time and money. Easily, you are going to spend millions into it and without any benefit. So my thinking, and in fact, this is what we are advising. This is where we are telling the organizations that be cautious and be conscious about what exactly you would like to achieve out of these AI initiatives. Because today, you can rent maybe GPUs and you pay tens of thousands of dollars a month. Why should you pay that? I mean, if you do not have a clear understanding of what is your business objective, based upon the business objectives only, you should invest into it. And for that, check your readiness. And Pilog has always been, master in terms of advising the organizations. And that's why we also run a lot of programs wherein we say that please reach out to us. We will do your assessment for the readiness of AI investment. And there are several use cases that you can capitalize using AI. Not everything can be run by AI at this point in time, but there are proven use cases out of which you can actually benefit a lot, such as in the procurement, in the sourcing, in the supply chain management, in vendor evaluation, in onboarding, in customer experience, in business intelligence. There are several use cases. And those use cases are those wherein you can invest and get the returns as soon as possible rather than waiting. And I personally advise a lot of C-level and especially the AI teams that look from the perspective of quick wins, because if you win quickly, then you will also gain a lot of trust. And once you gain that trust, a lot more initiatives can be achieved. So that's actually, a piece of advice to everybody that, try to win something by implementing the use cases, which has got a value creation for your business. And then you can invest. Don't go with a big bang approach that everything we are going to run using AI and invest heavily into cloud, because that might not materialize.
Yeah. So it's not like one size fits for all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what role does technology play in enhancing data quality and integrity?
See, now it's actually a spiral if you look at it. For AI to be successful, you need right data. But to do the data cleansing, establishing data quality, you can use again AI. So there are some models that can augment, that can improve the data quality as well, be it metadata, be it master data, be it transaction data, be it analytical data. You can use different models. Again, you do not have a single model which does all of them, but you have different models. So you can always use an AI model to augment, which is nothing but, supplement, improve, enrich the data quality of it. So those models, if you use it rightly, you can improve the data quality, and you can use that improved data quality to generate other AI initiatives or other AI use cases. So it's actually a spiral. So but if you now look at it, the core is the data. The foundation is data. So whatever you want to talk about is data. Even today, if I'm talking about all of this, because I've got a lot of data from the experiences and expertise that I have stored, and that is what I'm revealing. If you do not have data, then that information is useless.
Achha. So what are the biggest challenges, according to you, that organizations face in managing their data, and how can they overcome them?
See, the big thing, the businesses are not realizing that their data speaks their business performance. And not realizing that and making the decisions by not investing into data are actually causing millions of dollars of losses for them. But the moment they realize that data is important and they need to start investing rightly. Again, I'm not asking that they spend millions of it, but create a data strategy, create a data team, then create an AI team around that. And based upon that, you can actually take certain initiatives using your own team, but get also advisory from industry, get advisory from the market, whoever have already achieved those objectives. And based upon that, you would be able to actually, scale up whatever the use cases, whatever the investment that you are doing in data. And it will be a long-term investment. Don't think that, if you invest today and tomorrow you are going to get the returns. It will take little bit of time, for the organizations to have the mature data, establish the right quality, but do it continuously. Don't do it once and leave it. So for that, you need to implement a governance solution around data practices so that you can take that journey further deep into the roadmaps or into the game plan.
Yeah. So, is there any criteria like, which kind of organizations, in terms of size or maybe industry, are ideally, they should have investments in the data, or you think it's for everyone?
I think every industry needs it, but each industry has got different use cases. Now, if I'm looking at a manufacturing industry, which is really booming, everywhere, the manufacturing never stops, it is 24/7. And there are several use cases, be it in the production of it, be it in the equipment's maturity of it, the data, of the asset of it, asset lifecycle management, or supply chain management. Again, manufacturing industry is also surrounded by supply chain functions and supply chain management challenges. So every industry has got, opportunities as well as challenges, because every time you have a challenge, it's an opportunity that you can capitalize on. However, you cannot generalize a statement saying that we are going to change with this use case for every industry. Probably customer experience is something that we have to focus on, because that's where the systems have been poor. And then decision intelligence is also something that which could be a generic use case for all the industries, but every industry has got different use cases and different return, on investment as well. It doesn't matter, because if you have a large data set, yes, you get more value out of it by implementing different use cases. But if it is even a smaller ones, that you can actually get value out of it. And that is also the reason Pilog has been always, addressing those industries that were large or extra large. Now what we have done, we have come up with another governance solution, lean data governance. This practice is also to cover the SMEs, small and medium businesses as well, because everybody has a right to actually have the best practices. Everybody has a right to actually have those software tools that are recognized, but it would have costed them more. So that's why we actually put it on the cloud and then scaled it down so that even the smaller industries also can utilize the power of AI, power of the data quality, power of the data governance practices within their organization, not paying so much of it, but they can actually, pay as they use.
Yeah, sure. So when we say it depends on the kind of size of data they have. So what could be the different sizes of data according to you, which, people can actually understand that, okay, whether they fit in the bill or not?
Yeah. Now, if I look at a retail industry, and if it is a, multi-chain organization of retail industry, they have got mammoth data, be it the data of their products that they are selling, or be it the products that they are selling to millions of customers. And now if you now take some of the largest e-commerce site, they would have mammoth data. We are talking about petabytes of data. But if you would like to wait and do an analysis only after a month, it will be too much for you. So then there need to be a continuous analysis and governance, and those practices need to be embedded in that. That's where Amazon, Flipkart, whatever this is, the big e-commerce businesses, they are on the go. They are doing all this analysis on the go. They are establishing the data quality on the go. They are, putting down the business intelligence around that. So that's one. Then there are, probably even the, let's take the hospitality industry. Yes, the data size is not as big as that, but again, you have a lot of benefit out of that. Can you do that every week? Yes, you will be able to even perform every week. So it all depends upon the number of transactions that you are generating per minute. Sometimes, some of the industries are generating 1 million transactions a minute, and that's actually a big one. Or some of them are only few thousands. So you can always look at that. What is the size of the data? How many transactions that we have? How many line of businesses that we have? And what kind of data it generates? And what is the value that we can get back? And if I have to also give you an example of it, Amazon is the, I think, only company on planet who has planned for all of this 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And that's why today they are there. It's not because of, they have a nice portal or, no, absolutely not. It is because they were data centric and customer centric. That's the reason they are leading the way. And that's the reason anything that you search and then you leave it, somebody will chase you. Maybe another, app will track you and tell you that this is where you are living. And they have put down everything perfectly from a data strategy perspective.
Yeah. So thanks for sharing these examples. And I would also like to relate with our industry. So you think how the investment in data for media and entertainment, industry, or maybe brands like CXO TV can actually leverage it?
Media industry has got huge opportunity because only from the last 4 or 5 years, data analytics has been seriously taken by the media industry. Now, again, if you are coming to the mainstream media as well, only during the elections, we have considered the analysis. And if you can look at it, or if there is an event, you have done the analysis. But media industry is actually a huge industry where the data is getting also generated, millions of, news or bytes that are coming out of it. And how can you capitalize it? Again, you have a lot of unstructured data in terms of this industry. You do not have a structured data. When I say unstructured data, you have images, you have videos, you have tweets coming in, you have, posts coming in, you have shorts coming in. So all these things, analysis of it, again, we really need to think strategically how much value that we can get out of it. And if somebody is banking on this data, and if they have the data for the last, 10 to 15 years, they can be treated as king because they are sitting with a gold mine and you can get a lot more out of it. Again, now let's suppose if you would like to search maybe a small byte from the data research or data statistics, facts that were published 10 years ago, the only place that you can search is from the media industry. The only place that you can get this information is from those data banks. So if you had already the search engines working on that, with a query, you can get that information. So media industry has got huge potential to explore on it. Yes, sometimes, they are fictitiously creating a lot of information, facts about it. But if you have the right facts, you are actually the king. And during also the elections as well, we might have witnessed that a lot of analysis were proven right because you had that data, you collected the data, you correlated the data, and you compared that. You could do the retro analysis on that, and you could also predict certain things. So media industry has got absolutely this fantastic opportunity, and also advertisement that is also latched onto the media industry that also has got lot more potential because your advertisements are content based. Your ads are, demographic. They are not, meant for everybody. So if you have that kind of demographic data, if you have that categoric data, then you would be able to actually even generate more revenue out of it. Even now, let's suppose even this, video that you are publishing it, if you know that where you need to publish it, what time you need to publish it, and with what kind of demographic that you have in mind, you can get millions of views compared to just you leave it somewhere. So it's again about the data. So there are a lot of opportunities everywhere in the media industry as well.
Sure. So when it comes to affordability, you said that Pilot also has started with some SME solutions when it comes to data.
Right.
So what is the starting point when it comes to the investment, especially for the SMEs?
Yeah. So what we do is we actually do a assessment first, because now if let's suppose XYZ, these are the 3 different SMEs come to us, we cannot tell them that, okay, please subscribe to this and all your problems would be done. So we have a assessment tool that we will assess it. Based upon that, we say that, okay, you must go for probably a basic edition of it. And you have unstructured data, which means that you need unstructured algorithms. Okay. So to make them into structure. And somebody might have only images, they say that, we say that, okay, then you must go for another model that analyzes the images and gets the information out of it. So depending upon the use cases and depending upon what kind of business benefits that they would like to get out of this, and depending upon their aspirations, we advise them on the right solutions. Again, like I said, we have, a complete solution, but again, we are not saying that everybody needs this complete solution. Probably they need only certain modules of that solution as they move forward. And you can start at a very, very basic level of, just, probably $1,000 a month kind of subscription as well. You can start with that. So that's a minimum.
Okay. So what strategies do you believe are essential for businesses to stay competitive in the data-driven economy?
See, the first thing is that many of the businesses must just get out of this race that we want to be, AI ready, because this AI readiness is killing and wasting a lot of time and effort and investments of it. So the strategy what they need to do is that to be AI ready, let us be data ready. So they need to just, go one step back. Are we data ready? If you are data ready, you can do a lot more things. AI is one of them. You can do actually a lot more things out of it. So the strategy needs to be around the data. So where is my data? From where is it coming? And where am I storing? What kind of analysis I am doing? What kind of models are there? And how am I interpreting it? And this is all part of your data strategy. Once you understand that, AI apps or use cases can be built out of it. And there are several models that are available. Even, you can take the models from us. You can take the models for any of the other peers that are in the industry, and then you can get better insights of that. But first decision is that where is our data? Is that data right? Let us go through that, because that's the seed there. Once you have that seed, you can actually grow the entire plant or the tree.
Yeah, absolutely. So last but not the least, how do you envision the future of AI and data management evolving over the next few years? And what innovations do you anticipate in this?
See, I personally feel that we all are lucky to be born in this era and enjoying this, because again, next 5 years, it's going to be fast forward, or probably triple fast forward more, because AI has really disrupted the entire market, and especially those companies who are in the customer facing segment, they will have to adapt AI. If they don't adapt AI, they are not going to. So I see that, what is going to come up in future is that, especially in the health sector as well, your diagnosis is going to be based on AI, which means that you might have certain tools. You might even do self-diagnosis as well based on certain things. And especially your learning agility is also going to be changed, because now you can connect your brain with a computer and then get whatever was stored in your, that's really wonderful advancement of it. So it could be clinical trials of that, and the evolution of the technologies of that. It's going to be very, very fast. And one of the things that we will have to take cognizance of, and especially the universities and the schools and the colleges, is that they need to change the syllabus. They need to change the syllabus rapidly, and they need to keep on doing that probably every year or two. Otherwise, they are going to be producing those professionals who will not withstand the demands within the market. So that's one. And okay, where AI is going, we have seen only the artificial intelligence from a generative AI perspective. We are going to witness quantum in near future. We are going to witness also artificial general intelligence, which is AGI, wherein a computer or a machine can act like a human, because it will have cognitive functions, cognitive powers. We are not yet there, but I think within the next 5 to 6 years, we are going to crack that. Imagine a computer understands exactly like a human being. Now we have little bit of, AI related use cases with regards to vision, but it's going to be much more advanced. When I say cognitive functions, it can smell, it can see, it can hear, it can react based on that. It would have those, senses. And that's where the world is going. And we need to be better prepared for that. For that, the next generations need to be more advanced, because otherwise they will not be able to adapt. And from Pilot's perspective, we are focusing more and more on human-centered AI. What does that mean? We will build the applications that will complement, augment the human productivity. Because whatever we are doing it for the betterment of human being. So we are going to be focusing on human-centered AI investments, and that would actually, improve the business value, create the value for the organizations. And that's the vision that we have. And we have several applications and use cases that are under research now. And those will come out, as it is needed in time, those will come out.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Dr. Imad, for answering that last question and sharing insights with us today. It has been an enlightening conversation, and sure, our audience has gained valuable knowledge from your experiences.
Thank you for your time, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and thank you to our audience for joining us today. Stay tuned for more episodes of Global CXO Spotlight series on CXO TV. Have a great day.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.